Here we have a Wagner W125. Wagner, not too sure. Wood and metal sprayer. On the box it looks nice and clean, but unfortunately inside it's a different issue. It looks like varnish has leaked out everywhere and stuck to everything. So even if you have a look at the box here, you can see there's like glue-like material all around here. And this is absolutely filthy. You can see it's all down here. So it might not have necessarily had much use, but I think somebody stored it with varnish in here and maybe it's leaked out and it's gone everywhere. So right now you can't even press this button down here. So even if I peel it back here, this on and off button is not pressing at all. So once we free that up, there might be other faults on it, or it could be as simple as the on and off button has got stuck with varnish. So I'm just going to get a wet wipe, give everything a nice clean, because I don't actually know what this dust is, and it'd be nicer to work with when it's clean. Then we can worry about freeing up that on and off button. It might be as simple as that. Okay, it's much cleaner to work on now. It's not perfect, but it's not leaving that white powder all over my hand. Hope it's not some sort of asbestos fibre dust. Anyway, you can see that there's even varnish on here. There's varnish on the actual lead. There's dried in varnish everywhere. It's definitely varnish because in here I can see still that there's a bit of a clear liquid down the bottom. If I plug it in, nothing's happening. So it must be in the off position, but I can't turn it on because that is stuck rock solid. Also, the nozzle here is completely blocked up as well. So let's unplug it. I think we're gonna have to dismantle this and just to try to get the varnish out of it. If you have a look here, I mean, I don't know why somebody put it away with varnish in here, and then, yeah, I can smell it actually. Oh, it's strong. It smells more like PVA. I wonder if somebody been using, I wonder is that PVA? It's hard to tell. I think it's a bit thin. I think that's a bit thin for PVA. I think that's varnish. I'm sure that's varnish. So I'm going to wash that out. That's no bother because that's still liquid. It's this dried in stuff that I'm going to have trouble with. So what you can do is you can turn this around depending on if you're doing like horizontal or more vertical spraying, or what would it be now? That's going to be horizontal, and I think that there is for more vertical spraying. So I need to try to undo this. You can hear it crunching. There you go, look at that. But it doesn't actually look like it's had much use. So I think it's only been used maybe once and then stored incorrectly. Look at all that. This might be quite satisfying. Oh, this reminds me of picking off PVA glue from school desks when I was in primary school. It's like before anybody knew about like things like satisfying things on YouTube like ASMR and stuff, but that was the most satisfying. You have a big splodge of glue and you just start here with your nail and then you end up peeling it all. It has to be in one go. If it breaks, the satisfaction's gone. That was actually pretty satisfying. And you see something like this. Imagine now if that went all the way in here and you pulled it and it came out in one go. I see it the odd time when I go down the rabbit hole on YouTube and I watch maybe earwax cleaning videos and then they pick a bit out and then it all comes out. That's quite satisfying. Or an ingrown hair. They get a little bit of hair and they pull it and it comes and comes and comes and comes, but it has to be in one go. So now that that's quite soft and rubbery, a bit like PVA glue, I'm thinking that I probably can just poke that out with a needle. I might not have to take this apart, because if it's just all around here, then I think I can. I think I'll be able to get it clean. Do you know what? I am taking it apart because I think we'll give it a better. I think we'll give it a better clean, and all of these are all blocked up as well. These are all Torx and they're security bits. Let's see what they are. I think they are a Torx 15. Yep. Now the best use I think for this would be spraying garden fences where you don't care too much about neatness. I think that would be the quickest one. You know, because everything's water based now, so when you paint your garden fences, especially if you live near like trees and stuff, they just seem to It's not like years ago when things were more like, you know, creosote and stuff like that. That would last forever. But unfortunately, I think that's cancerous. But the water-based stuff, although it's lovely to clean your brushes, it doesn't actually seem to last very long on the fences. You have to seem to do it every couple of years. So that might be where this would come in handy. You could just do it quickly. Now, I think this is supposed to come out. No, that's not coming out. But yep, I have to, oh there it goes, come out from there. So now I should be able to get it apart. This is a hidden screw somewhere. Filter at the back here. I've already cleaned that filter. It's full of dust. Here we go. Oh wow, look at that. Oh, how nice. Look at that. It's like a waterproof membrane. Wow! Amazing. It actually looks like it's designed like that, but it's not, is it? That's just all seeped in. Wow! If you've seen that, you would think it is actually some kind of like rubber thing. Not going to get it in one go though. I presume it's all gone into the switch. Yep. So that's actually in the switch, so we are going to have to take the switch apart. Good news is, it's nice to come off, you know. I thought it would be, I don't know, I thought there'd be a lot more scraping. Look at that, it's gone through here. So it's been stored upside down in the box, and then throughout the coming weeks and months, it's just all seeped out. And then they had the gall to take it back to where they bought it from. I'm just going to get the wet wipe again to get rid of all this dust. Is all on the inside as well. And look, we've got 3 capacitors on here. 3! Wow! So because there's a motor to stop the interference going back down here. I've just never seen 3 before. That's the filter. I'm just going to take a picture so I know where the cable management is. I'm taking this all out. Now, whilst I'm taking this out and untangling myself from the spider's web of varnish, let's have a mention from today's sponsor, PCB Way. PCB Way is your one-stop solution for all things PCB fabrication and assembly. From rapid prototyping to full-scale production, PCB Way delivers top quality products. So whether you're a seasoned engineer or a hobbyist just starting out, PCB Way's user-friendly interface makes ordering your own custom PCBs very easy. And PCB Way do a variety of different services, including but not limited to assembling your PCBs, CNC machining, 3D printing, sheet metal fabrication, and injection moulding. So when you're ready to take your designs to the next level, look no further than PCB Way and bring your ideas to life. So a massive thank you to PCB Way for sponsoring the My Mate Vince channel. Now let's get back to the spray gun and the layers and layers of varnish. And stick around till the very end of the video because I do something interesting with this, the data vac. Stay tuned. The good stuff about things like this is that I would never personally buy them because, let me find out how much they are. I bet you it's going to be about £40. Yeah, there you go. Amazon, £40. Paint sprayer, £42. Screwfix, £39. Screwfix is only 2.5 stars out of 5 over 17 reviews, so not the best. But the good thing about this is that because I don't really need one, but it might come in handy every now and then. If anybody else wanted to borrow one, I can happily give it to them without thinking, oh, I paid £40 for that and it might come back kind of all dirty and broken. It wouldn't bother me if it did come back broken, as long as somebody got some use out of it. So if any kind of family members or friends wanted to use it, then it wouldn't bother me if, for example, it got covered in spray paint. So it's quite nice when you can be relaxed about stuff like that. Well, you know, if something's your pride and joy and you lend it out, then you're a bit upset if somebody gives it a little bit of abuse or doesn't clean it properly. So that's the motor, and there's a little bearing in it, which is nice. How does doing that make air go through? Does it just open up here? So is there always air pressure on here? But it's just when you do this that it opens up this to let it come shooting out. I would have thought that it would have only made the noise when you did that. But I now think it makes a noise all the time when you do this, because this is connected directly in here, isn't it? Blue wire in here, brown wire to here, in. So basically this is going off all the time, and you just control it with this here. Don't like that as much. Maybe when you're spraying you need constant pressure all the time, otherwise maybe the initial spray is kind of weak. So if it was cutting off every time, maybe you'd get drips every time you start it up again. Oh, I really want to be able to get this off. I need to be able to get this off because... And this has to turn... Oh, there we go. It does turn. Oh, okay. I think we're going to be able to get this back to full working order. I thought this was going to be a nightmare. I thought I'd have to use something to dissolve it, but it's coming off an absolute treat. Now there's a hole here. I can't have these ones blocked, you see. So it'd be nice if I could get it all out in one go. Yes. Ho ho ho, that was nice. Look at that. You can tell that was in one go. Look, it's moulded completely on the inside. That was nice. Before I clean any more of that, I just want to see if I can clean this up here. There we go. Right, can I take this out yet? If I get something and lever it, it might force it out. This is it now. There we go. I can hear it clicking. Right, so are you going to come out now? No. Oh, I can maybe break the seal from the inside part. Right, I'm going to have to resort to IPA. That is not breaking away from the seal there because there's a huge amount of surface tension from here right the way around. So I'm going to drop some IPA in, let it work its magic for maybe 10-15 minutes. I'm going to try to put some here as well, just in case it helps dissolve it. Haven't got a clue if it will or not. Maybe you need some sort of paint stripper, but I'm hoping this might help. Maybe make it a little bit greasy, just like, you know, with the glue sticks. The IPA, it doesn't actually dissolve the glue sticks, but it takes it away from the plastic. It makes it slippery, so it comes away from the plastic surface. Maybe it will do the same thing. Ah, I've spilt it already. That's going to be a tough one. I think there's a hole that goes from there right the way through to here, and I don't know how deep the varnish has gone into it. You know, I think that might be some kind of plastic insert. I know it's white, the same colour as the varnish, but I think I've cleared up the blockage now. That feels hard. I think that's like nylon. It's coming. It's coming. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, hallelujah. Look at all that. It's definitely gone a little bit more rubbery. So I think the IPA has helped there. Oh, and that's the nylon thing there. So when you press the button. There we go. I think that's working. There we go. I can take it out completely. So now we can make sure that there's nothing on the very edge, and there is still a little bit on the edge. See here? Right, so that's what stops the paint from coming out. Well, I'm hoping, it feels loose at the moment, but I'm hoping when it's all together it will kind of click into place. I don't actually know what forces this in. Oh, I suppose it's this thing that screws in at the end there. Right, that nozzle's certainly going to work again now because the holes are completely clear. Ooh, look at this. The IPA has worked because it's produced that. Yeah, and that looks the same sort of consistency as this in here. Interesting. Okay, so that tube there, I hope it's not this nylon thing breaking down. So that tube is, I need to put IPA down there because I can see white residue in here. I thought that was another kind of plastic thing, but yeah, IPA wouldn't break that down that quick. Yeah, it's all coming out. Okay, let that do its thing for a bit. So we need to now start looking at the switch, don't we? Because that's why it's not working. So I presume we need to take this apart because the whole thing's going to be full. So let's make it easy for ourselves. I'm just going to take a picture. It won't matter, but I just want it back the same way, just so it will fit in nice. I'm just going to release these. They've got little tabs on them just here that you need to press in to release. And then they should come off easy, but they've probably been glued on, which they have. Yeah, there's all varnish around here as well. Interesting, this one hasn't. So this one's got the tab, but this hasn't. Why have they not put one on here? That's weird. Yeah, this is just more a friction fit, this one. There we go. Right, what's happening over here? Oh, didn't realise that came out. My IPA's gone again. No. I definitely think there's a nylon thing in here, unless of course it is just all varnish. Let's have a... I don't know if that's varnish or whether it's a kind of washer. You know what? There is a rubber little gasket here. Maybe if I take that out, it will give me access to something. There we go. There's all glue around here, or varnish I should say. Right, I've been trying to force this apart and there you go, it's gone now. So I can now work out what's happening. I don't think that that is supposed to be there. I don't think, because I can see lines. If you look closely, let's say if it was going to be like a kind of plastic washer, it's not going to have the lines around the edge there that are on here. That's because the varnish has gone in. Wow, I actually thought that that was a plastic washer, but no, I think this is all. It's amazing, isn't it? Oh, I don't know now. No, I think that is a plastic washer. 1 second. There's definitely stuff on it, so let's gently scrape it off. and see what we're left with. Yeah, this is a plastic washer. So this must be to do the sealing. Okay, well, it's a good job that it came apart, because it means I can clean it. Working with all this IPA, I should have gloves on now. I'm going to pay the price later. It's just, it can be a little bit hard sometimes with gloves on to feel bits like this. Now I hope that's still going to make a seal, because it's a little bit scuffed up, but I think it should be okay. Now maybe this would have been a lot quicker just putting it in some hot water, because maybe it would have dissolved all the varnish, because it might be water based anyway. Probably is. But I'm just not sure when it's gone off. I presume it becomes waterproof when it's gone off. Right, I think that's all clean now. So let's see if we can put it back together. Not sure if that's going to have to be glued or not. So I'm going to line up this hole with the bottom of this tube here. Well, it seems to have gone back together okay, so now let's turn our attention to the switch, because that is the main reason why this isn't turning on. Now, how are you going to open? So, we have, I can see it here, it's not wanting to move. I have to take it apart because you know that's going to be full. Look at that, it's not moving at all. That's going to be full on the inside. How do I take you apart? Where are your joins? That's moulded there. That's moulded there. Oh, I have to take this out. It's all moulded, I have to take the top bit out. It might be easier said than done if we're covered in varnish everywhere. Oh, that was easy. Oh, excellent. There we go. Okay, well, I can clearly see that it's no varnish on that. I can still see that there's grease in the middle there. So if I just clean this up, it should be working fine. I thought there'd be more. That's still springy. Oh, it's all here. Oh no. No, that is supposed to be there. It's like a rubber seal. Let's see if I can take this out. Yeah. That's all clean. While I'm cleaning this up, we'll give a shout out to the My Mate Vince Massive. The Massive members this month are kitdigital.com and Kip Hakes on YouTube, Max Rokotansky, Chris Seal, Felipe at MrKeeps.com, DJ VG, Pigsy, Anthony Dean, Russ Melanson, Shigate, Rickard Berglund, Soul Reaver 555, Shamsa Al Sawadi, Stuart Park, Stephen from The Broken Past on YouTube, Lee Benz, 360 Picture UK, Niall Stone, and Operational 117. Massive thanks, guys. There we go, it's coming off. Excellent. I've been very lucky, because if this was some other paint, I don't think it would peel off like this. I think it's just because it's varnish. But then again, maybe if it was some other paint, it wouldn't have been as liquid as this. It might not have gone absolutely everywhere. See, the IPA is already affecting my fingers. It's gone white everywhere. Right, so we have a little cutout here, so I presume it can only go in one way. Okay, let's try to put it back together. So this is going to go on here, like so. Is that right? Hold on. No, maybe it was this way. It was this way, wasn't it? Yeah, because this sits on the other thing. Right, let's pop this in. Now, which is on and which is off? I don't remember. Why have we got a cutout there? What's the cutout for? Well, I suppose it doesn't matter. I can just turn it around, can't I? Is that right? When we go down, it's this thing which is doing the. It's this thing here which is doing the actual switching. So if I've got it in the wrong way around, I just need to put it in the case the other way around. That's not going to be a problem. Oops, I've just done that now. There we go. That's it. I want this to be pushed down evenly. There. And click that in. Excellent. Right, so that is hopefully going to be working now. We'll test it in a second. Okay, there we have it. It's much cleaner than it was before, and more importantly, it clicks now. So I'm hoping it's going to work. Let's get the meter on continuity. Right, so we have nothing there. Now we've got it. Off, on. Fantastic. Right, I need to put all this back together. So I have a little bit more cleaning to do because there's little bits of varnish or PVA on the spade connectors that go onto the on and off switch, and just inside the actual gun itself. I know it doesn't actually affect anything, it's just that I've come this far, I kind of want to get all the glue out of it. Anyway, it's very, very late here now at the moment when I'm filming this, so it's all back together. Let's pick it up the next day, and I'm going to actually get some green fence paint. It's going to be in my garage somewhere. Let's see if we can sort out one of my fence panels in the garden. I'm only doing this for the video before anybody says about how I should or shouldn't be painting. It's winter-ish time here at the moment, and I don't want to have to get the pressure washer out to clean all the algae and the green gunge that's all over the fence. As well as that, I don't want to get a wire brush out, so I'm just spraying on top of all the rubbish that's already there, cobwebs and all, just to see if this is actually going to be able to be used. Also, I want to see how easy it is to use and how quick it is to use. So we'll pick up the video now tomorrow.
The next day.
Okay, I've put the green garden fence paint in here, and I've just added a tiny little bit of water, maybe 1/10. Maybe not even that. And just to make it a little bit more liquid, I managed to get more on the floor than I did in that when pouring it from there. So I suppose you need a bit of a funnel because that's quite small. Right, it should be fun, or maybe not. Now I'm plugged into a safety switch, so hopefully that will protect me. Now I know there's mud and everything everywhere. This is just purely for the video. That's vertical. That's better. Coming out much better now. wow, I'm actually out of paint. It's not a gimmick at all. It's used up all that paint. Fantastic. I nearly got the panel done apart from that top bit. I've got more. I'm out again. Well, that has surprised me very much. I don't know why I'm so surprised when a product does what it's supposed to do, but I actually thought with all my messing that I wouldn't really get much paint out of this at all. I thought it would be just leaking and splatting everywhere. It's actually worked very well, and what was nice is, I don't know if you've seen in the video, but when I turned this a little bit, a lot more paint came out. So obviously 1 is the minimum amount of paint, 8 is the full amount of paint. What I didn't really put much thought into is clearly the paint is coming through this bit here. It's coming up through that hole from, you know, from the nozzle, from that through here. But what creates the spray, I think it's because air is coming around this bit and the air is being directed here and here, and that's what makes the paint go in a spray pattern. And then I was thinking, well, hold on, how do you even get the paint out of here? Because there's no pump. It's like a hairdryer. And I'm wondering, is it working via some kind of, like, I don't know, is it called Venturi effect or something? I don't know where I've got that name from. That's just maybe back from school. But is the air rushing past here and is it sucking it up? When you open it here, is it sucking it up from the hole, which is then sucking it up from here? Is that how it actually works? I didn't actually, you know, pay much attention to how this might actually work, but I think that's what it is, because the air's rushing past here and it must be dragging it through from this front bit here when you open it up. You know what I mean? So it's closed like so, and then when you open it up, the air sucks in from here. I think that's how it's working, but I don't actually know. Anyway, works really well, horizontal, vertical, and I tried one in the corner as well. That was unbelievably quick. Yes, there's more time cleaning up, but if you get to it straight away, it only took me about 3 minutes to clean up. This is covered with paint splats now, and also, annoyingly, I wore the wrong clothes because I've got a white hoodie on, and now that's covered in paint splats, and I didn't wear a mask. But if you were prepared for the job, I think it would be much quicker. And remember, I just did it over a dirty fence panel. You'd have to wire brush down the fence panel, but you would be doing that anyway, even if you were using a paintbrush. I would say that that really is 10 times quicker than a paintbrush, even with putting more dust sheets and stuff down beforehand to stop the paint splatting on everything around it. Yeah, never going to be as neat as a paintbrush, but certainly quicker.
Fun time, Frankie.
Do you know what I think would be quite a lot of fun? To make our own paint sprayer. So I've got my Datavac air duster here, so when I turn this on, it shoots out a load of air, and I've got a metal straw. So what I'm thinking is, if I was to sellotape this near the end here, and maybe put, instead of using paint, maybe get a bowl of flour or something, or water, I wonder would it suck it up and shoot it out? Because if the air coming out here causes enough of a disturbance, then air has to fill in that void that's gone, and I think that's what creates the vacuum, which will then work its way down the tube and suck up what it needs to suck up. I'm not sure if this tube's too long, but let's give it a go. Right, I turned it on and put it like this, and it didn't make any suction whatsoever. But yet, when I put it like this here, I felt a little bit. And as I moved it more and more to about here, I felt lots. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a toilet roll, and I'm going to chop it up, put it here, and I suppose just like the paint sprayer, really, you need something vertical, which makes sense, because I suppose when things are flying past it, it's going to create the vacuum that's going to suck it up from here. So yeah, by me putting my tongue at the bottom there while doing it, I felt it pulling. So even through this long tube here, I definitely felt it pull. Right, so this is my contraption here. So you can see that the air is going to come flying out of here, and I've got the tube just about this much inside the toilet roll that I've cut down, and that should create suction. Let me put that round to about there, and I have got flour. Now I'm not sure if flour is going to be too kind of dense or not, But let's give it a go. I'm actually quite excited. Here we go. You ready? I don't know if it's going to work or not. Yes. I don't know if you can see that coming out or not. Look at that. Wow. Do you know what? It looks like a cloud. It really makes it unbelievably fine. I don't think you can actually see it though, annoyingly. Let me try to, I might have to put some, might have to go against a wall so you can see it hitting a wall. Wow, look at that. Oh, I hope that's coming across in the video, but I think it's so fine you're not going to be able to see it. Let me go against, well, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll go against the new fence that I painted, and you should see the white flower hit that. Right, hopefully you'll be able to see this now. You ready? That's amazing. I'm going to get some water. Well, I hope this doesn't suck back in and damage my data vac. Here we go. Is it going to work? I'm going to angle it down this way so it doesn't hopefully run into the data vac. There we go. Look at that. Well, obviously water and cardboard doesn't mix, but how good is that? Really enjoyed that. I made my own spray gun. Well, there we have it. You know, I never really put much thought into how a spray gun works. I would have thought that somehow the motor was mixing with the paint, but obviously then electricity and paint are not going to mix. So 100% that's how it works, and you can see that it even works well with flour. So imagine if you had all the measurements right. Maybe this would work better if it was a few mil lower or a few mil higher. I thought that was really quite fascinating. I just explained the theory behind it to my son, and that was him at the end there, just with the flour. It's good. I love the idea that this probably somebody came up with this idea, you know, like hundreds of years ago, and maybe 100 years ago or something, somebody then thought to use it in a spray gun. I don't know how many years they've been around, but I love stuff like that, how a scientist comes up with an idea and years later it's used in industry. So there we have it. Thoroughly enjoyed that video there. If you did, give it a big thumbs up, and I will see you all again very soon. Thank you so much for watching.
Appalachian sunrise meets my skin. Even with my eyes still closed, I can feel it coming in. Golden, golden, I'll follow only golden, 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 golden things. Mountain laurel high fives for miles in spring. Rainbow trout and a hummingbird wing. Golden, I'll follow only golden, golden, golden things.